Hey, what's up guys? It's probably not, but maybe your favorite YouTuber here. See, in part 1 I forgot to mention the intro and the outro. In part 2 I remembered the outro but not the intro, and now I remembered both. Well, hopefully I don't forget the outro in the end. Well, technically in part 1 I didn't forget the intro and the outro. It's just I filmed part 1 like months back. So I didn't come up with my intro and outro then. But anyway, moving on to the rest of my DVD collection. So that's the Jon Pertwee Era and bonus stuff, because I'm not done the Jon Pertwee Era yet, so might as well just squeeze everything in here. So, let's get with it, shall we, before this video ends up an hour long. So we start with Spearhead from Space on Blu-ray, so it has less chance of getting scratched than all my other DVDs. Great opening for the Third Doctor, great to see color. Oh, and by the way, if you don't know yet, I have a second channel. If you go into my main channel and go into featured channels, it should be there. It's called Carolou II. I'll leave a link in the description below to it, and on it, I'm going to soon be filming my grandma and grandpa. Since they've been on a marathon of Doctor Who, they're somewhere in the Jon Pertwee era over here. They started in like late 2012, early 2013, and I'm going to be filming a video with them, and we're going to go right back to the beginning and see if how much we can remember of our reactions to those stories when Grandma and Grandpa first saw them. And we'll see how much they can remember, because I honestly don't think they're going to remember anything. But, you know, just watch that, because there's a lot of things that I want to mention here, but I don't want to at the same time, because I want to save them for when I'm talking to Grandma and Grandpa. So link in the description. Go subscribe to that channel right now, because those videos are going to be made soon. And, yeah, and I also doing a marathon with Dad and my stepmom. So, yeah, so if you're a Whovian, and if you haven't subscribed to my second channel, then what the heck are you doing? I mean, like, seriously, I only have 10 subscribers on that channel. But anyway, Doctor Who and the Silurians video I pronounced that wrong. Sorry, Whovians, please don't. But, Doctor Who and the Silurians, parts 1 to 4, and this is 5 to 6, video transfer. Yeah, good story. Oh, yeah, I'm not exactly sure why, but I have 2 copies of the Ambassadors of Death parts 1 to 4 video transfer. I don't know, my mom and I just found this one when we were trying to transfer one of the ones down there. So, I don't know, maybe it gets stuck somewhere, I'm not sure. But, might as well leave it up there. Here's the Ambassadors of Death parts 5 to 7. Again, pretty good story, probably my least favorite of Season 7 though. And Inferno Special Edition, which at the time, I believe is my all-time favorite Jon Pertwee story, where the Doctor actually, for once, because everyone's always like, there are 2 types of time travel, forward time travel and backwards time travel, but you need to stop thinking of time as just a one-dimensional line. Imagine it as a 2-dimensional plane. You can also travel sideways in time by going to parallel universes. And who knows, maybe there's an up and down, and you know, there are theories on some other hidden 4th dimension up there. Well, not upward, it would be a direction of right angles to forward, backward, left, right, up and down. Yes, I'm a nerd. You didn't know that by now? I'm making half-hour-long videos of my Doctor Who DVD collection. You don't think, I don't know. But who knows how many temporal dimensions there are. And people normally say that there's one, but there's way more. I don't have Terror of the Autons yet because it's so expensive, and I could buy a Region 2, but then I would also be getting a Spearhead from Space, which I already have, so I'm just going to wait for the price to dial down. But Terror of the Autons is a good introduction for the Master. Again, I could have sworn it was 6 parts. I didn't know it was 4 parts until it was too late when I was showing it to Grandma and Grandpa. See, I'll be mentioning that kind of stuff in those videos. So, all the reason, go subscribe to the second channel right now. There is no excuse for why you shouldn't. But anyway, The Mind of Evil. I don't know. I honestly wasn't really paying attention to this one while Grandma and Grandpa were watching it. But, you know, it is revealed that the Doctor's greatest fear is just every monster that he ever fought. And the Master's greatest fear is just the Doctor laughing at him. But, yeah, it's a pretty good story from what I did pick up on it. Claws of Axos Special Edition, aliens come down, betray everyone, you know. But, yeah. I'd recommend all Doctor Who stories. There's no Doctor Who story that I wouldn't recommend. This kind of sucks when I have to, like, say my opinions on all these. But, you know. Colony in Space Parts 1 to 2, Video Transfer, and Colony in Space Parts 3 to 6. Yeah, so the Time Lords just decided to send the Doctor out into space again before exiling him back to Earth directly afterwards. So, that's nice of them. The Demons, 5-parter. Have we ever had a 5-parter before? Yeah, the Dominators and the Mind Robber were 5-parters. Hey, any of you hardcore Doctor Who fans, is there another 5-parter besides the Dominator, Mind Robber, and Demons? Because I don't think there is. Day of the Daleks, yeah, I don't quite get, because they change history in this one. So, why? The whole thing in the Aztecs was that you couldn't change history, and then they just go and change history. I don't know, but anyway, Curse of Peladon, just like Colony in Space, the Time Lords decide to randomly send the Doctor back into space before exiling him back to Earth again. The Sea Devils, Return of the Master since season 8. The Mutants, I don't see why everyone hates that story, but anyway, moving on. So this is kind of a funny story, but so I video transferred the Time Monster parts 1 to 4, and then my video transfer thing just crashed and then never worked again, so we had to get a new one, which might have been a good thing actually, because the new one is actually a lot easier to operate, and it always works. But anyway, so then my mom wanted, I was camping when it arrived in the mail, so then my mom wanted to test it for me. So then she asked me what story she wanted me to transfer, so I said the Time Monster. And then, of course, I forgot to mention that I already did parts 1 to 4, so she just did parts 1 to 2 again. So now I got this here. And then we did parts 5 to 6 afterwards, after I pointed out her mistake. Don't worry, don't yell in the comments, don't say, oh, don't yell at your mother. I didn't yell at her, it was an honest mistake. I treat my mom with respect. Start of season 10, the 3 Doctors special edition. So, yeah, so this is the very first multi-Doctor story where, I was gonna save to mention this with Grandma and Grandpa, but screw it. So, when we were watching the War Games, like, when we were watching the 10th Planet 2, I could feel the magic the first Doctor was regenerating, and I could feel Grandma and Grandpa shifting from Phase 1 of Doctor Who to Phase 2. But, the War Games I just felt it entirely throughout. I remember for the entirety of episodes 9 and 10, because, I always tell Grandma and Grandpa when a companion is leaving, or when the Doctor is regenerating, because, they become too attached to the main characters. I just can't leave it up to surprise. But, I had to tell them we were all on the edge of the seats, and Grandma and Grandpa were just wondering, what could possibly lead to the Doctor's regeneration. And, we are almost on it, actually. I'm going to go visit my Grandma and Grandpa in less than a week, and, we will finally be watching this story when we get there. Well, we'll be watching the Time Monster first and then here, and I'm really hoping that the same magical feeling... If you like multi-Doctor stories just because you like to see the Doctors arguing with each other, well then this is a story for you, because, well, the first Doctor doesn't really argue that much. Spoilers, sorry, but yeah, the second Doctor and third Doctor argue a lot, so you got that to look forward to. Carnival of Monsters Special Edition, yeah, and then, so, very first time that I get a box. Oh, jeez, my entire collection just fell over. But, my Lost in Time, I didn't get them in a box set. Like you're probably thinking that I just got them in, a box, but, I actually didn't. I just found them individually on Amazon, but, Dalek War, yeah. I wanted to see if I could just go my entire DVD collection without boxes, but, I couldn't. So, anyway, here we have Frontier in Space and Planet of the Daleks, which are 2 6-parters, although this one leads directly into this one, so some just treat it as a massive big 12-parter like the Daleks Master Plan. Interesting. The only 2 12-parters in the history of Doctor Who are both Dalek stories. So then after that we have the Green Death episodes 1, 2, 3, and the Green Death episode 4, because there was a problem with the audio, and then Green Death parts 5 to 6. And this is the Tom Baker years. Oh, jeez, dang it. Tom Baker years, are you scratched? Do you hear me? Okay, yes, I believe he's fine. Okay. I was a little bit obsessed when I was younger. Literally every half hour, I would just rush over to the DVD collection, grab some of them, and check to see if they were scratched. Like, literally, like, they wouldn't have been taken out of their cases or anything within that half hour. I'd just be nervous that dust would just flow in there. But Tom Baker years, I don't have the Pertwee years yet. I'm planning on getting it. But unlike the Hartnell, Troughton, and Pertwee years, which just showed rare episodes, they're not really rare anymore. You can watch them whenever you want, really. But they were rare at the time because they were missing and stuff like that. But unlike this one, the Tom Baker years is basically just Tom Baker just looking back on his time as the Doctor and just showing clips from every single story that he ever did. And here we have the Colin Baker years. Yeah, I've done a lot of video transferring. My collection has certainly grown a lot since my 2015 update. And all this is like spin-offs and stuff. I don't really want to go through all this. All of Torchwood and Sarah Jane is there. K9 and Company 2. Basically, that's all you need to know. And then we have Day of the Doctor, which, the Blu-ray doesn't work on my Blu-ray player for some reason. Well, it does, but around the second half, it just starts getting stuck. And instead of people talking like this, they talk like this. And then it just gets very annoying. But it works on my aunt's Blu-ray player. So I don't know why. Maybe that Blu-ray player is just old. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do about it. Because, when I was younger, I just planned to devote all my money to my Doctor Who DVD collection. Since it was pretty much the most important thing to me at the time. Now it's more my YouTube channel. Now it's the most important thing. But I was planning to just get that 50th anniversary box set from Region 2 Land, and it would have the Day of the Doctor and everything in it. But now I'm not exactly sure. Now that I'm not that interested in just throwing all of my life savings into the DVD collection. I'm definitely going to keep on making this grow. I'm definitely just going to be doing one story at a time, you know? Especially since my grandma and grandpa are on a marathon, because now they're really catching up to my DVD collection, so I'm having to force myself to get more and more and more. We could always find them online, but I don't know. I just find it as an excuse to keep pushing myself to complete my Doctor Who DVD collection. Here's the Dalek movie collection with the 2 Peter Cushing movies. Completely pointless, but in my dad's words, which he said on my second channel, link in the description, go subscribe to it, he said that he couldn't stop thinking about how they were so much better than the original 1960s stories. So, And then you have the Doctors Revisited, Volume 1, with the First Doctor, Second Doctor, Third Doctor, and Fourth Doctor, with the Aztecs, Tomb of the Cybermen, Spearhead from Space, and Pyramids of Maz. So, I guess we're done. That's my 2016 update of my DVD collection. Well, I guess I have time to show you the other stuff. Of course, I have my VHS collection. Everything that's in it are in the VHS collection. Go into my channel, hunt them down. This is my big version of the TARDIS. This is my little version of the TARDIS. These are 2 little Dalek toys. These are Titan figure Daleks. I also have Titan figures of the 1st, 3rd, 10th, and 12th Doctors, but they're at my dad's house. I have some books down there. Titan comics down there. And then, quick glimpse of my sonic screwdriver collection up here. As you can see, I have a lot of sonic screwdrivers. But, yeah, and this little Doctor Who Wave 3 thing that I think that I got for my birthday or Christmas. But, yeah, so... Oh, and I have some audio stories on my iPod from Big Finish. Yeah. Sorry, I don't feel like using my memory power to remember them. But, yeah, that's it. That's my Doctor Who DVD collection as it currently stands. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you watched all 3 parts of this. So thank you for just marathoning right through with me. Hopefully it wasn't too long. If you liked this video... See, I'm remembering my outro. If you liked this video... please give it a like so that I know that you enjoyed it, and if you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down so that I know that you didn't like it. Leave a comment down below on what you thought on this video. If you're going to like the video, then tell me what you liked about it, because it's always just... Like, viewers just think that when their favorite YouTubers say that it's nice to get some encouragement, the viewers are all just like, oh, they're just saying that. They're not. Trust me. It feels so great when we get a nice, friendly comment, or when we get another subscriber. It honestly, like, feels a lot better. We're not faking the happiness. We actually mean it. And if you're gonna dislike the video, leave a comment down below on what you didn't like about it. Otherwise, I'm going to completely ignore your dislike and treat it as a like, because unless if you have a very good reason as to why you didn't like the video, then I won't know how to improve for next time. And subscribe to my channel so that I know when my next video comes out. Oh, this was a funny story, because my VHSs were up here. Those VHSs were up here, but then of course my first shelf was getting full, so I needed to spare room for my second shelf. So then I moved the VHSs down there, so now my VHSs are tucked there in the back, but my DVDs can still be aligned along here. Man, I remember when I first started my DVD collection, there was just a huge DVD shelf of everything, and then I was just telling my mom, one day we're gonna have to get a shelf just for Doctor Who stuff, and she was like, nah, we're gonna be fine. And then eventually I just got more and more stuff, and she's like, I think that I should get you a shelf with just Doctor Who stuff. And I was like, wow, Mom, what an amazing idea. What could have possibly caused you to think... anyway, okay, yeah, bye guys. I'll see you next year, I guess. But, Whovians, subscribe to the channel. I'm reviewing all the Doctor Who stories, going more into detail, and don't forget to subscribe to my second channel. There is no excuse to as why you shouldn't. But, yeah, so... because if you're watching this video, you're a Whovian. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.